Welcome everyone to our weekly video. I am outside here in front of our new construction with our new deacon, Deacon John LaDuca. For those of you who were at Mass last weekend, you got the chance to hear him preach. But I just wanted, John, if you could just share with the parishioners, I know you prepared for 5 years of formal study, but there's also a year of discernment. Could you just share with our parishioners kind of what was entailed during that time? I know you're still working full-time, still being a full-time husband and dad and all that stuff, but could you share with the parishioners what was entailed in that?
Sure. Well, first off, my call to the permanent diaconate, it started probably during my year of RCIA, and when I had done my retreat and I felt a calling, and I had inquired with the pastor at the time if another diaconate class was going to be forming, and I had done some research and I had seen that it was going to be a 5-year formation program, and the way it basically breaks down is that the first year is open to any man that feels that they're being called to the diaconate, and it's a process being led by the formation director, and they lead you in different types of prayer, and they help you discern whether it's actually a call to the diaconate. And then after that first year, it kind of gets narrowed down a little bit to the men that are more of a solid understanding of what the call is, and it's a true calling. And then we wind up applying for graduate school at the seminary.
At Seton Hall.
At Seton Hall.
Okay.
And we're enrolled in the Center for the Permanent Diaconate Formation.
Which is actually led by our other deacon, Deacon Andy Saunders, which is really awesome. Yep. So keep going.
So it's a 4-year part-time master's degree program, so it's 2 nights a week, and we study all types of master level courses that can be a challenge at times, but by the grace of God we get through it. So long nights on the Parkway and studies, but between that and also having a formation on Saturdays where we would learn about spirituality and liturgy, and we'd actually practice preaching. Mm-hmm. So I would just say that I threw this past my mom when I was about to start, and she said, "Oh, no, you're too busy. You have 2 young kids. It's going to be too much for you." And it was the one time I really didn't listen to mom, and it wound up working out. If God is calling you, He has a way that He's going to make it work out. It's challenging, but just as rewarding as it is challenging.
Yeah, and he's really been a great student. I've heard that not only from Deacon Andy, but my other friends who teach down there. He did some of his practice preaching, here in the church, and I'm really excited for all of you to get to know him and his wife and his 2 sons. They're a beautiful family, very involved in the parish. You'd recognize his 2 sons as being our altar servers. Ryan is going to be, what, a junior?
Sophomore.
He's going to be a sophomore. And Shane is
7th grade.
In 7th grade, yeah. So he's going to be.
He'll be.
Oh wow! So one of John's main ministries now is he's going to be in charge of 7th and 8th grade catechesis on Monday nights, and also 9th grade confirmation preparation programs. I didn't realize that. His son Shane, you better behave yourself, Shane. Dad's going to be in charge of the program. Shane is a very fun kid. I like him a lot. He's very spunky. So. He's going to be your star pupil, I'm sure. But John is really just a wonderful human being, a wonderful Christian. I am so happy, as you can tell, for our parish to have another just incredible human being joining our team, helping us to lead our parish as we've been doing all these years, to greater commitment to Christ and a greater striving for holiness. So next time you see Deacon John and his family, please congratulate him in person. There's a lot of fun things we're going to learn about him. I love the story you told tonight. I'm speaking to you now about a week before you get to see this, but in his homily, he spoke about how when he grew up in Fairlawn, he met this woman at the parish who was a very joyful, wonderful presence, and how she kind of made this good impression on him. And all these years later, he's making a great impression on all of us. So. And then the last thing I just want to wrap up with, and I'm sure there's a lot more we could say about the diaconate, but just while we're out here, the next thing you're going to see, by the time you see this video, we're going to cover over the window openings with temporary closures so that we can then advance to the next part of the construction, which will be the sheetrocking, the HVAC, the lighting, chandeliers, and all those different things that have to go in, the plumbing for the bathrooms. It's a little bit out of sequence. Normally you would put in the windows and then do the inside work. But as you know, we were able to continue our construction because we were deemed essential construction during the pandemic. But the window factory that's making our windows sadly had to close for that time. So it's a little out of sequence. So you're going to see little temporary fixtures there, but we're still aiming for really the end of August, beginning of September to be completely finished. And then our own Bishop Mike Saporito, who used to be a young priest here many years ago, he's going to come at the end of September to bless this. And then, we'll have weddings there, baptisms, funerals, all those wonderful, joyful occasions.